For 40 days and 40 nights, leading up to Rosh Hashanah, no rain fell on the town of Platnik. Every blade of grass turned brown, and dry wind shook the bare branches of all the trees. The cows were so thirsty, they stopped giving milk. Fish circled the shallow, muddy puddle that was once a deep, full lake. Everyone in Platnik gathered in the synagogue for Rosh Hashanah, and the rabbi began to pray. Ribono shel olam, ruler of the universe, bless us with rain as we start the new year. Not one single drop fell. The wise man prayed the same prayer. Not even a sprinkle of rain came from the sky. The teacher, the butcher, the doctor, the candlestick maker, the baker, they all prayed. Not one gray cloud appeared in the crisp blue sky. Maybe I should pray, came a shaky small voice from the back of the synagogue. It was Shoshana, the shoemaker. Poor Shoshana, they called her. Poor silly Shoshana, they called her secretly, because she often forgot to charge her customers when she fixed their shoes. She just did it for free. And if you forgot to pay Shoshana, she forgot to ask. When the beggar came through town, Shoshana gave him free shoes. It is even told that once a fierce bear appeared in the streets of Platnik. Everyone hid inside their houses, but not silly Shoshana. Shoshana gave the bear water, and the bear went happily back into the woods. She was there when baby Aviv got her head stuck in the banister and needed help getting it out. And Shoshana was there when the bakery oven broke on Friday morning, just as the chalot for Shabbat were about to be put in. Within moments, the oven was back on and ready to bake the fresh chalot for Shabbat. She was there when Grandpa Dave needed help carrying his grocery bags up the stairs to his apartment. And Shoshana was there to help Mrs. Green get to the hospital when she fainted all alone in her home. Whenever there was trouble, somehow, Shoshana was magically there, always there, ready to help, ready to do goodness and sweetness, smiling and singing to herself. But no one realized this, and no one cared if poor Shoshana prayed. If God ignored the town elders, why should God listen to Shoshana, who didn't even really know any of the prayers anyway? Please, God, send rain, prayed poor Shoshana. And even before her lips closed, thunder grumbled in the distance. The sky turned black as coal. Raindrops tapped the roofs, and the people ran out of Rosh Hashanah services with their heads tilted back, catching raindrops on their tongues. We prayed for rain, and God listened, said the rabbi. The teacher, the butcher, the doctor, the candlestick maker, and the baker, they were all celebrating. Poor Shoshana said nothing. Smiling and singing to herself, she went home to her old, rickety cobbler shop. It started raining on Rosh Hashanah, and it continued through Yom Kippur and all the way through Sukkot, making it impossible for the people of Platnik to enjoy even one meal in a sukkah. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. The once thirsty cows and the nearly dried up fish, they were now swimming all the way through the streets. Water flooded everything all the way up to the steps of the synagogue, where now the people of Platnik prayed for the rain to stop. Ribono shel olam, ruler of the universe, prayed the rabbi. Take back your generous gift. The wind howled, the rain grew harder, tapping against the roof of the synagogue. The teacher, the butcher, the doctor, the candlestick maker, the baker prayed with the rabbi. Lightning lit up the sky, and a cold breeze blew out the lamps and the candles. From the back of the cold, dark sanctuary, they heard a shaky, small voice. God, please make the rain stop. It was Shoshana, And even before she closed her lips, the rain began to let up, and the sun came out. But now, no one left the synagogue. They just stood there, blinking, staring at Shoshana. And Shoshana, smiling and singing to herself, went home to her old, rickety cobbler shop. After she was gone, people asked, "Why does God listen to poor Shoshana and not to us?" "I will think about it," said the rabbi. That night, the rabbi had a dream. She dreamed she opened a pomegranate that had only 36 seeds in it. She dreamed that she saw a door in the sky, bordered by 36 stars, and when she walked through it, she saw a magnificent feast. 36 people sat at a beautifully set table, all of them dressed in white, their faces shining with light. And who was sitting at the head of the table? It was poor Shoshana. The rabbi woke up in a sweat. Suddenly, she understood why Shoshana's prayer had been answered. In the morning, the rabbi rushed to the synagogue and called the people together. "Listen, listen," she cried. "Our own poor Shoshana is one of the holy Lamed Vavniks." What, said the butcher. "The 36 righteous people," said the rabbi. "How many?" asked the baker. 36, said the rabbi. "The 36 who?" asked the candlestick maker. "Lamed Vavniks," repeated the rabbi. The rabbi explained, "An ancient legend tells us that scattered throughout the world, there live 36 of these holy people. No one knows who they are. Some of them are humble, poor, ragged wanderers. Others are children. Some of them are artists. Some scientists. And yet, these people are so good. They're so kind. They're so just. They're so righteous. They have God's ear. The world could not get along without them. So much depends on their prayers and their actions, even the weather here in Platnik. And our Shoshana is one of the 36, cried the butcher. How lucky are we that she lives here in Platnik, said the baker. Let's go find her and tell the world that she lives here in Platnik, said the candlestick maker. The townspeople rushed to the cobbler shop. There they found Shoshana's tools and the shoes she'd fixed and polished and left without asking for money from their owners. But Shoshana, she was nowhere to be found. If you are one of the 36 Lamed Vavniks, it must remain a secret. If anyone discovers who you really are, you will lose your special powers. That is part of being a Lamed Vavnik. No one in Platnik ever found out where poor Shoshana went. Someone saw her in Vilna, digging ditches. Someone else spotted her begging outside of the gates of Jerusalem. Someone even saw her here in New York City, fixing his shoes and not charging anyone for them. Months after Shoshana left, it was already Rosh Hashanah again, and Platnik, the entire city, had changed. No one ever called anyone poor or silly ever again. And now, whenever anyone needed help, different townspeople magically appeared, ready to do as much goodness and sweetness as possible. After all, you never know.